Today we're having a look at Finch Farm. This potential settlement is great, but it does come with a couple of downsides and unmarked locations nearby. I'm going to be showing you how we unlock it and how useful it is. The first fun fact you should know is it has one of the highest build limits in the game, 13 stories, which means you can certainly access the highway above, and while there's no walking access, you could build a little staircase. What does make me wonder is why they didn't make this slightly less steep and then you could walk up. Or maybe that would make you wonder why they didn't just build this up there. They have a nice little farm going, lots of nut fruit, lots of corn and some razor grain. It comes with a few settlers, but they will not just roll over and let you take it. I mean, you could make them roll over, but we'll go the peaceful route. So you'll talk to Abraham. He'll tell you that Jake, his son, has went off to join the raiders over at Saugus Ironworks. Yeah, a very nice gang, you know. They're great. So go over there, rescue him. You can either bring him back, kill him, do whatever you want. If you bring him back, it is another settler, and you can assign him to a supply line. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Now, let's talk about the farm itself. Now, it is often visited by a traveling caravan. You can find, well, for a good example, Doc Weathers has decided to grace us in this video with his appearance. You can scrap a few of the cars, and in terms of the limit, it doesn't extend over to Brahman Island, and it's unclear whether they belong to Finch Farm or they're just a wild herd. You can stick a water purifier right in this corner. I know it doesn't look like much, but you can get one. So it's not going to exactly be the water powerhouse, but that's not the worst thing. So again, if you can build a staircase up to the top, you could certainly start scrapping. Well, the two vehicles up here. I haven't been up here in a while, so I assumed there was a wee bit more. You might wonder, what's that over there? Well, that is City Auto Wreckers. It's a gunner stronghold, and occasionally they fire at the Brahmin, which causes your people to fire back at them. If you grow this into a rather large settlement, if you had a turret here, for example, occasionally it will just start attacking the gunners. There's a lot of gunners over there. There's also a lot of raiders over at the Saugus Ironworks, or Forged as they're called. So you'll be battling on two fronts here, and that's not taking into account that attacks tend to come from this direction, where you can see the little military truck. Speaking of which, inside is a suit of power armor. It's an unmarked location and is often guarded by Mr. Gutsy, which can be level dependent, so he can be really, really nasty at higher levels, or for lower levels that get caught completely off guard. Enemies tend to march their way over from this direction, attacking the farm, meaning your defenses, well, usually need to face out towards the road, meaning that if the Forged or the Gunners start coming over, well, they don't tend to come over. The Forged, they stay on the rooftops. They're kind of fine. The main problem's the Gunners, because they can fire back, and occasionally an assault drum will they make an appearance. Anyways, don't need to worry about that too much. As for inside, there's a couple of beds. We can see the starting food is 16, starting water 3. Happiness is alright, they've no defenses, so you'll have to spruce in the place up for them. Let's talk about another unmarked location that's right over there. Can you see it? Just a little bunker? And this isn't just any bunker, by the way. This bunker has a unique weapon. Yes, completely unique. There's one drawback to it that I'll speak about once we get it, but let's head straight on inside. Loot the duffel bag and that before going into the pump house. This is where you'll get the legendary flaming pistol called the Gainer. Now, it's got a neat little puzzle in order to unlock this door. It's completely inaccessible. The code is 10451, as you can find right there. Not 0451, it is 10451. So let's press them up to 10, get a 4, a 5 and a 1, and the door just automatically opens. Behold the Gainer. Sets target on fire for 15 points. It packs a mighty punch of 44 caliber bullets. Although 44 caliber bullets can be very difficult to come by. If you are in need of them though, may I recommend, might be easier with all the map markers, just south of Coastal Cottage, literally about here, is a guy called Leonard, and he provides 44 ammo. And if you go all the way down here to Furline Hill Estates and you go over to this pond right here, you can find Eleanor, and Eleanor happens to sell 44 bullets consistently, making the gainer a lot more of an option. Now, as we exit on out, we can talk a wee bit more about the farm itself. Comes with a cooking station that you've seen Doc Weather standing next to. And I'm kind of surprised at the footprint, I won't lie. I haven't built here in quite some time. But I would have thought it would have extended... It would have made more sense if it extended a little further back. I guess limitations, they didn't want this to be too huge. And that goes for every settlement. But there is a good bit of flat ground that you can build some prefab structures on, get a few extra beds going. For the more adventurous, obviously the freeway is certainly a way to go. Alright, let's talk about connections. We have County Crossing just southwest of us. North is the Slog and Green Top Nursery. This could also be a good connection over to the likes of Croup Manor, Kingsport's Lighthouse, or Coastal Cottage, making it a very central point. Once you start covering these with caravans and trade routes, the roads will be slightly safer for you to walk. I say slightly, this is an extremely dangerous area of the map, being near the coast, so enemies are just around, or they're just everywhere at this point. So we got the unmarked Power Armor trailer, and we got the gainer over here between here and Linpier Parking. Hope this guide was useful for you. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.